Hi, I'm Barton Seaver, chef and National Geographic Fellow, and this is Cookwise. We're here in the heart of Maryland's Eastern Shore with one of my personal heroes, Dr. Carl Safina of the Blue Ocean Institute. He's going to tell us about a little fish that plays a big role. What do you got here?
So this is a bowl of fish called Menhaden, and these fish are really important food for a lot of other fish. Pretty much any other fish that eats fish on this coast eats Menhaden. They're like the peanut butter and jelly of the sea.
So this little fish does need our protection. We need to keep these guys around.
Yeah, I think everything needs our protection, and we do have to keep these guys around because if you pull these out, a lot of other things would collapse.
Well, let's go see some of these fish in action.
By number, a lot of the fish in the net are Menhaden, which have a lot of different names in other parts of the coast. Some places they're called porgies, some places they're called pogies or bunkers.
So this seems a very artisanal way to fish. What about the industrial methods?
The commercial methods that target Menhaden are much larger scale. They use airplanes to spot the schools, which frequently travel near the surface, often in very big schools, and then they circle them with a big net called a purse seine. And they can catch entire schools. I mean, they catch many tons. And then to get them out of the net, they have these gigantic suction hoses that actually suck them right onto the boat. So the whole scale is very different. I mean, if this is like working in a shop, that's like working in a factory.
So how can we keep the Menhaden protected? How can we keep this whole ecosystem working?
Well, it's a matter of limits, and you don't take them out faster than they can reproduce. And try to find out how many the bay could hold. Ideally, you'd want to keep the populations just about at their capacity and then take what you can as the surplus off the top, live off the interest. And a lot of fisheries are depleted because people just continue to catch them even as they were declining until there are very few left.
So when we decide how many fish to take from the oceans, we also need to decide not only just what humans need, but really what the ecosystem needs as well.
Well, fishery management has always been an exercise of figuring out how many you can take out, and really what you need to figure out is how many you have to leave in. That's the next generation.
Wow. Now, Menhaden are a fish that you can find in nearly every aisle of the grocery store. These small, oily silverfish are taken en masse from the Chesapeake Bay and turned into products that we use every day, and for a number of industrial uses, including animal feed, which goes to feed pigs, thus the pork chops. But this is pork as nature intended, and you can buy vegetarian-fed pork and poultry at most grocery stores. Making small changes in our buying habits can have a huge impact in the health of our oceans, and in this case, you can actually help save one of the most important fish in the sea. So here, we're cooking a dish where land meets the sea. Grilled pork chops smothered in Old Bay seasoning with lots of grilled vegetables, and one of my favorite pairings with pork, grilled peaches. Now with these vegetables, super easy. I've just taken a little bit of oil and salt, brushed them, and then thrown them right on the grill alongside the pork chops. Broccoli, one of my favorite things on the grill, you gotta boil that in a little bit of salted water ahead of time and then just throw it right alongside. And everything's done just about the same time, so we're gonna plate it up family style and go serve my hungry buddy Carl. Looks great. I'm ready to eat.
Now that looks terrific, but it does not look like Menhaden.
Yeah, well, I cooked you something you might actually want to eat, some vegetarian-fed pork.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here, and thanks for everything you've done for me always.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a great day.
Great.
Happy to be here.
Dig in.
All right.
For recipes, tips, techniques, links, seafood stories, and more, visit us at ocean.nationalgeographic.com/cookwise. To join us in a global effort to protect the ocean, visit IamTheOcean.org. And remember, delicious is the new environmentalism, so cook wise.